Hey there, everybody. I'm Ben Morse. Here with me is Todd Nauck. I almost said here with me, as always, is Todd Nauck. Todd Nauck, artist extraordinaire, most recently grabbing headlines for the Spider-Man meets Barack Obama backup story, Amazing Spider-Man.
How was it? Team up.
Yeah?
Yeah, team up. Yeah.
How's the kind of media circus affected you since you did that one?
Well, my MySpace and Facebook pages have been deluged with comments for sure, and a lot of emails, and I've done quite a few interviews for different Spider-Man fan sites and some newspapers throughout the country and even overseas as well.
But what was the most challenging aspect of doing a story like this? Not only that you know it's going to be read by God knows how many people, but of course you have a real person who also happens to be the President of the United States. Yeah,
I mean the pressure of drawing one of the most historic presidents, the most historic president of this millennium, and recent decades and such, that's pretty daunting to begin with. The editors, they sent me notes saying make sure he is presidential and respectful. Don't draw a caricature like some political cartoon. Yeah. So I made sure not to go crazy with it. So it's a challenge to make him look good, look like him, and then also bring in that comic book style.
And then you also, immediately following up on that, you got to do some stuff with the Super Bowl. Yeah. Drawing some of the players in the Super Bowl. What was that like?
That was a lot of fun, and that was a tight deadline. That was Thursday night before the Super Bowl. I get the job, so I have to draw Ben Roethlisberger, Troy Polamalu from the Steelers, and then Kurt Warner and Larry Fitzgerald from the Cardinals. Right. Cool action shots. Pencil and inked them. I was up till like 5 a.m. that Friday morning, getting them done, and sent off to the creative director, and then he passed those on to the colorist, and we got them done just in time for them to put them into the ESPN countdown show. I got a lot of cool stories I'm doing out of the Spider-Man office. A Peter Parker story coming up in Amazing Spider-Man Family #5, written by Mark Sumerak. And what I'm really excited about is my Luke Cage story that I'm doing for the Assistant Editor special. I've been a big Luke Cage fan since the 80s when he was Power Man and with Iron Fist, so that's something I'm really looking forward to getting to draw.
Tell you one thing, you ain't never gonna have regret if you stick with Luke Cage.
What I want to mention, speaking of Amazing Spider-Man Family, you've with your Spider-Girl stories recently there, as we talked about, you've moved to a new style that you're trying out with the enhanced pencils. Can you kind of explain what that is and the process behind doing enhanced pencils as opposed to traditional pencil and ink?
Sure. Essentially it's just penciling really tight and really clean. And I already was penciling tight for my inkers to ink over me, and after seeing different artists put out the enhanced pencil work like Joe Mattiera on Ultimates 3 and artists like Tyler Kirkham on Ultimate Fantastic Four, it's like it wouldn't take me that much more to my work to go that route. So I asked Tom Brennan, the editor of the Spider-Girl books, he asked me to do a 6-page backup story for Amazing Spider-Girl 25. That's like, hey, could I try enhanced pencils? On this backup story, he says, yeah, let's give it a shot. So essentially what I do is I do like a 4x8 inch tight layout, really tight layout, and I blow that up and take that to my light box and then transfer it onto the board with real tight, clean lines, put in the line weights, and so you don't see all the underdrawing. It comes out real crisp and clean. And when that's scanned into the computer, the colorist can color it up in Photoshop, and it gives it kind of a little bit of a painterly quality to it,
Well, of course, for all the ribbing we give you, Todd, in all seriousness, there are few people more deserving of the success you're enjoying right now than you. One of the true friends of Marvel.com, Todd Nauck, we love him a lot. His art's great. If you haven't bought an Obama Spidey comic yet, you're probably out of luck. But we're going to print it like 17 more times, so you can go pick up the various variants.
Each one different covers, so always something new for everyone.
There's definitely one out there. But also Amazing Spider-Man Family, lots of other stuff coming up. I think there's some sort of Senate ongoing in the works that you're working on.
Yes.
It's like C-SPAN, but with comics.
Yes. Yeah, MODOK will be there. So.
Yeah, it's on the hush hush.
This is Marvel, your universe.
See you later.
Marvel, your universe.